Physicist Stephen Hawking and a Russian billionaire are teaming up to explore the universe together. The program is called Breakthrough Starshot, which is a pretty cool name, and there's some cool pictures of it. It's basically a plan to shoot lasers into space and push tiny devices rigged with cameras all the way to the closest neighboring star system to kind of peek in and see what they're doing up there. I'm joined by former NASA astronaut Mike Massimino. He's senior advisor at the Intrepid Museum and professor of engineering at Columbia University. He's a smarty pants. He's a good guy, and always good to see you, Mike. Good morning to you.
Oh, good morning. Thanks for having me.
If anybody can figure this out, I would imagine Stephen Hawking is the person.
He's a pretty smart guy.
Yeah.
I was afraid you might say me, and I couldn't
well,
figure it out.
I was hoping you could figure it out, but
no, I can maybe try to explain it. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. It's not just him. It's a group of scientists and entrepreneurs that are trying to use this money and this know-how to do something very cool.
And what exactly are they trying to do?
They're trying to send very small devices, as you explained, to our closest star system, which is Alpha Centauri, and traveling at 100 million miles an hour. And because these devices would be very, very small and they would be propelled by laser, they think they can attain that speed. It would take them about 20 years to get there, but once they got there, we would have these amazing close-up images of that star system.
So a laser.
Yes.
Sent up.
Yeah, laser fired from the Earth to help propel these things for as long as the laser could reach it, and then they would be on their own.
And it takes 20 years to get there.
That's what they're assuming.
So we'll all be. Never mind. Don't do the math.
No, well, hopefully, but it's a long-range plan because they're predicting about 20 years is their estimate to develop this technology. That's their hope. I mean, this is all just a hope right now and a plan. But they think they can get it ready in about 20 years, and then it would take 20 years to get there. Would
it be feeding back information all along the way, or
That's
only
a good question. I think that they would obviously like to do that. So I would think that they would be able to do that if they could. But certainly once they get there, I think there's going to be some very exciting things.
And our neighbors in this star system are, what's the name of them?
Okay, Alpha Centauri is our closest star system. So it's the closest star that we have. It's in our galaxy, and it's got planets orbiting around it. So they're very excited to go to a place like this and what we can learn from our closest star system. There's a lot of really cool things. One is that usually this type of exploration is done, we would think, by NASA and governments and so on. But we've seen it with flying people in space. Entrepreneurs like Elon Musk and Richard Branson and Jeff Bezos want to send people. And now we see it on the science side, where these entrepreneurs think it's really cool to do this with their own funding and gathering a team together and trying to do this on their own, which I think is very exciting. If we could figure it out, if we could travel that fast with people. Yeah, these are really high speeds that they want to travel at, and hopefully this technology, from my perspective, sending people places would have a carryover into sending people far away much more quickly than we can now. My pleasure.
Always good to see you.
Oh, my pleasure.
Professor in the house.